Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and do me a solid, click that like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews at $40-ish and under range, and most of these are a lot less than that. And a good number of those you can find at your local rack stores. And the one I'm talking about today is a 2018 release. It's a woody aromatic. Comes from kind of an underground Middle Eastern house of Ajmal Evoke Gold for him. There's the name right there. It's kind of thin and, you know, Swiss cheese puzzle piece looking type of a bottle, and the cap is a thin cheap plastic, and the atomizer itself squirts out a fair amount of juice, but the droplets are kind of heavy. Some are fine, some are heavy, so I mean the distribution could be a little bit better, but in the end it's about the scent profile of this thing, right? So I'm going to go over the notes with you guys, let you know if I even think there's an occasion to wear this thing, or if it's amazing smelling, or somewhere in between. So in the top there is black pepper and neroli. In the mid there is iris, amber, and geranium, and in the base there is cedar and patchouli. So upon the opening you do get a lot of that neroli and the black pepper. Black pepper can sometimes have like a little bit of a hint of citrusy type smell to it, but you don't really get a whole lot of that with this. What you get is a lot of floral, powdery spice. Obviously the spice is coming from the patchouli and the black pepper first and foremost, but this is ultimately a fresh, creamy, even creamy and powdery at the same time, spicy floral type of a fragrance. It is quite versatile. You can wear this thing pretty much year round. I just don't think this thing would be best suited for the intense high heat, but on a normal summer day, casual wear or something like that, this thing will go fine. It's just not something that I would like be sweating in. I don't think that this is quite a good gym fragrance. I have wore this to the gym and I actually did get a compliment from it, but it can be a little bit thick for that kind of atmosphere in my humble opinion. So I think this leans slightly more mature because it's powdery and spicy, and a lot of times the youth don't necessarily like that. They want a little more citrusy and sweet and bubblegummy and stuff like that, and this has none of that. But even though it doesn't have any of that, it is a complement type of a DNA. It is a very, very versatile fragrance. It's decent in performance. I will get a good 5.5 hours, maybe 6 every time I wear it, which isn't like mind-blowing, but it's a solid average to slightly above average in performance, so I do like that. It's not overly synthetic. If you don't already know, this is Ajmal's take on Prada L'Homme. They did a pretty good job on it. It's just not quite as polished, and I think this might be a little bit heavier on the powder. If I'm not mistaken, I could be completely wrong, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close to Prada L'Homme, just not as well polished. So, overall rating, what will I give this? I give it a 7.5. It's wonderful smelling. I wear this a lot. I've worn it a lot to the office. It's just one of those fragrances that just I kind of crave sometimes, because it's pretty, even though like Prada L'Homme is a pretty unique smelling fragrance, and this is their take on that, so it just has that like allure to it. There's something about this thing that keeps me wanting to smell it again. If I'm wearing something else, every now and then I'll be like kind of jonesing to get this on my skin. So I give it a 7.5 because it's not overly synthetic. It's not one of your typical summer citrusy type things. The performance is decent and the price is decent too on this thing. If memory serves me right, it was under $30, so it's well worth that. And that's my final thoughts on Ajmal's Evoke Gold. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.